and everything in my life was going wrong. My video was choppy. Nobody was able to understand my videos, but I'll go ahead and go back into it. And it is accountability. So my definition of accountability is, if my partner feels less than what I want my partner to feel, I need to address that. If I've done something to my partner that doesn't make my partner feel good, I need to address that. I need to make sure that my partner feels the way that I inside feel about them. So what's happening now is that a lot of people are saying on the internet that women don't want to be held accountable for anything. And I don't think that is true. I think sometimes we get in narcissistic, toxic relationships, and we're starting to think that these relationships are normal, and what these people are doing, it's okay that they're doing it. No, it is not okay. Now, the narcissistic conversation is for a later day. However, today it's about the accountability. If you are in a relationship with someone that is okay with hurting you and okay with you going to sleep thinking that you're crazy for thinking the way that you think, you should not be in that relationship with that person. If you are in a relationship with someone that will allow you to feel any type of way that you feel about the relationship, you are not supposed to be with that person. So again, accountability is, am I able to step back and think about what I've done to this person, my partner, my spouse, or my boyfriend, my girlfriend, or whoever you are in this person's life or whatever? Am I able to step back and think about what I've done to this person? And if I was in this person's shoes, would what I did make them feel good? So that's basically what accountability is. When your spouse comes to you and say, hey, you've done something to me that I don't like. And I'm like, well, yeah, just because you feel like that, that doesn't mean it's not valid. That doesn't mean it's valid. Like, who cares? Okay, I did that to you, and so what? So what? You're taking it in a way that you're not supposed to take it. You're doing too much. No, it's not that the person is doing too much. Whether it's the man, it's the woman. We all process things differently. So if I'm processing it in a way where it's like, you're not making me feel good, you can't tell me that my feeling is not valid. You can't tell me that. As my partner, you're supposed to figure out, like, you know what, babe? What did I do? What did I do? Hey, Hassan, how are you? You have to be like, what did I do? Like, babe, if I did something wrong, I'm sorry. And can you please explain to me what is it that I did wrong? Like, that's what makes sense. But if we're going back and forth with it, we're cursing each other out. You're going at it. You're not validating what I'm saying. I'm not trying to listen to what you're saying. Are you really in a relationship? Does that person really care about you? Can you say that? Can you even say it's lust? Can you say it's light? Can you say it's love? Can you really say that? Realistically speaking, if your partner is not even able to say, I'm sorry, if your partner is not even able to say, you know what, babe, why do you feel the way that you feel? And if I did do something to you, what is it that I did to you that you didn't like? I won't do it again. If your partner is not able to do that, then why are they your partner? Accountability is supposed to be like drinking water every day. That's something that you're supposed to have in your relationship. You're supposed to be able to hold yourself accountable for whatever it is that you do to your partner. You're supposed to. If I did something wrong to you, baby, I'm sorry. I'm not going to do it again. Like, letting your partner go to sleep thinking that they're crazy because they're having feelings that make them uncomfortable, and you're okay with that, you're not a partner. You're not a mature individual at all. Whether it's a man, whether it's a woman, you're not mature at all. Hey, London. Your mom said she's leaving me? No, don't leave me. Don't leave me. But yeah. So the conversation again today is about people that needs to be held accountable for their actions. And sometimes I think that we tend to get in narcissistic relationships and think that that person is normal, and now all of a sudden we're treating this narcissistic individual like they're normal. Narcissistic people do not know how to be held accountable for anything. They will find the reasoning behind any and everything for what they've done. Whether it's hurting you, whether it's not hurting you, they will flip the situation and make it seem like what they're going through is so much more than what you're talking about, what you're addressing. And again, if a person does not love and care about your mental stage enough to apologize to you, you don't need to be with that person. That person does not deserve you. It is not love. It is not love. Sometimes there's people out there that's only with you just so they can get what they can get out of you and keep it moving. And keep it going. And it's very painful. Like, it's the most painful thing ever to know that there's individuals out here that's willing to do stuff like that. That's willing to use other people, whether it's hurting them, whether it's not hurting them. As long as they get what they need out of you, they're okay with it. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. And nobody should be in that type of relationship. That's a no contact for me. Like, honestly, once I realized that, listen, this person doesn't care about me. This person cares about what fits them, what feels good to them. What are they getting out of it? Can they get a car out of it? Can they get a rent payment out of it? What are they getting out of it? Because the minute you don't understand what accountability is, it's no longer a relationship. The minute you can't say, I'm sorry, it's no longer a relationship. It's a situationship. It's a one-sided ship, but it's not a relationship. Because if you love that person, yeah, babe, I'm sorry. And you know what? Please tell me what I did so I can not do it again. And I don't want you to go to sleep angry. I want you to know that I love you. And because I love you, I'm okay with what we have going on. I'm okay with our contract. I chose you. You chose me. No matter what the situation is, I got your back. But there are narcissistic people out there, and sometimes we're dating them and we thinking that they're normal people. They're not. They're not. Accountability should not even be a conversation in a relationship. It shouldn't. If somebody can't be held accountable, they don't love you. They don't value you. They don't see your worth. You're nothing to them. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. It could just be that that person is not for you. That's what it is. That person is not yours. That's not your person. That's definitely not your person. Ha! Yeah, that person is not for you. Sister, honey, hubby, go find a person that's yours. Because that person that's letting you go to sleep at nighttime without making sure that your mental is okay, that person is not for you. If he's comfortable enough to spread his ass all over the bed and you're sleeping somewhere else and he's sleeping all comfortable without you, that's not your person. Because nobody wants to be held accountable, that's not your person. Let him go. Let him go get what he deserves. Because sometimes these people are beneath us and we fail to realize that. So you got to let them go. Let the dusties be dusties. You'll see them. They'll see you. If a person can't be accountable for anything in your relationship, it's not worth it. If they can't sit back and reflect and think about what they've done to you, and even if to them they didn't process it as something mean, but the fact that you processed it as something mean, they should be able to understand that and process it and come to you and make it work. And if they can't do that, they're not the ones for you. Sometimes you just got to cut the dusties loose. Cut them loose. Let them go. Go do what you got to do. Go do what you got to do. You know? Sometimes people do strange things for a piece of change. Don't get it twisted. Like my cousin once told me one time, pimping is not dead. It's just misled. And to be honest with you, 2025, there's a lot of people tricking out here. Whether it's for a car payment, whether it's for a rent payment, whether it's for groceries, whatever it is. So sometimes you just got to let a person be. Let a person go. If we had to sit here and talk about accountability, you're not the one for me. Because that's like accountability, to be honest with you, is another love language that everybody should have. And you only have that love language for somebody that you care about. And if the love language is not there, you don't need to be there. Sister, you don't need to be there. Brother, you don't need to be there. Go find somebody that's willing to submit. Go find somebody that's willing to make sure that your mental is good. Your peace of mind is there. You can go to sleep knowing that that person, you can't go to sleep with one eye open because you don't trust that person. No, that's not where it's at. Truly, that's not where it's at. Sometimes you gotta let these people go. Stop asking why. Why is this person doing this? There's only so much whys we can ask. Stop asking why. Don't ask why. Like my mom once taught me, if a snake show you they're a snake, stop pretending they're a rabbit. That person is not a rabbit. It's a snake. And treat it as such, a snake. Cut it out. Let it go. Let the snake go. Go to the grass and be what you are to be. You know? I'm just saying, guys, like seriously, don't sell yourself short. And one of the things I've also learned when it comes to relationship and accountability and all that good stuff is it hurts even more when somebody you feel like that is beneath you betrays you or doesn't see your value. So therefore, do the right thing. Serve yourself well. On this channel here, I promote self-love, self-care, self-understanding. We need to be able to love ourselves first. We need to be able to understand ourselves first before we can think somebody else is able to understand us. If we're not able to process us, we're not able to be one with us, how can the next person understand us, right? So we got to do the work on ourselves first. What? Yeah, so again, I mean, that's basically what it really is. That's basically what it really is. If you have to have that accountability conversation several of times in a relationship, that is not the relationship for you. And you should be finding another way out, another self-healing process, because that's just mental abuse. And a lot of times I find like people who can't be accountability, I'm telling you, are narcissistic individuals, or they just don't love you. And narcissistic people don't love nobody. They only love themselves. They don't even love themselves. They love the idea of what you can do for them. Whether you can give them $142, whether you could pay the rent by yourself, they care what you can do for them. They don't care about what the relationship is together, the dynamic of the relationship together. What is it that we could achieve together? They care what you can do for them personally. So they will always stay with somebody that is able to do for them. They don't need to do for that person, but they will do as long as you're doing for them. It's okay. So don't confuse being in a relationship with a narcissistic individual and a regular person. A narcissistic person will never love you unless you are able to supply. If you can't supply, they still won't love you if you're supplying, but it's just a whole mess, which is a whole nother show. A narcissistic show, a whole nother show. They're a whole mess, a whole toxic mess. But if a person, a woman or a man, cannot be accountable for their actions in a relationship, they don't love you the way that they used to love you if you were in a very long relationship together. They don't love you the way they used to love you. Because love is not selfish. And again, love is not an emotion, it's an action. So if I can't be held accountable for anything that I say and do to you, I don't love you. I don't care about you. I don't care if you go to sleep thinking bad about me. I don't care if you go to sleep with your heart heavy. I don't care. That's somebody that doesn't care about you. So go find somebody else. So again, On this channel here, I promote self-love, self-care. Don't ever forget about yourself. Don't ever let somebody make you feel like you're not worthy. Don't ever make somebody feel like you don't have value, because you do. You do. There's somebody out there that loves you. There's somebody out there that cares about you. No matter what the next person is saying, it doesn't matter what that toxic individual has to say. As long as you know you're loved, you're appreciated, the people around you love you and appreciate you. The ones that don't, you need to let them go. You need to let them go and have a no contact. Don't let that person around you. Don't let that person around your family. Don't let that person around your children. Don't be around that person's children. Don't be around their family. You need to let them go. Let them go find appreciation for whatever they find appreciation for, and you continue to appreciate yourself and continue to receive God's blessing without them in your life. So if we have to talk about accountability, you're not ready yet. We're not at that mature stage yet with each other. We're not there. So don't let nobody trick you out your blessings. Don't let nobody trick you out of your self-worth. You're worthy. You're worthy to be loved. You're worthy to be appreciated. You're worthy of everything that comes with a healthy relationship. And if one can't give that to you, then they don't deserve you. They don't belong in your life. You hear me? So again, I love you guys very, very much. And I will see you next time.